Hello and welcome to Leon's RC Hobbies. We've got a review today on the WLtoys 12428. 65 quid this cost me from eBay. I've seen them on Banggood, Best Gear, Amazon. A bit more pricey on Amazon, but on eBay. This took about a week to turn up. It came from Ireland, this one. It has a 440 motor, brushed, and it says it could do 50 kilometres, which is around about 31 mile an hour. I've seen him do 20 on other reviews. With a 3S LiPo, I've seen him reach 30, but to be honest, still fun and fast. Full proportional steering. Let's get out of the box though. To apologise, it's stuck. There we go. We're off. So, what you get in the box? We get a set of instructions, your tools. Let's move the wrapping. And what we get in this box is your controller. We'll check that out in a minute. And the car itself, we'll pull that out. But first of all, let's see what else we get in the box. Let's put the box down. We get in the box a charger. When you get Euro shipping in, that comes with the adapter, so you can plug it straight in on our normal plug sockets. And here's the machine itself. It comes with a, I think, I've got to see. It's an ion battery. It's not a LiPo battery on this one. I can't think what you call it now. Give me a second. I've actually got the name of the battery. It's yes, a lithium. It's a lithium battery, 7.4 at 1500 milliamp. But like I say, I've seen people put 2S's in these. It really is a great bit of kit. You get the tyres are really nice and soft. I do know there's a sponging. They're actual beaded as well, so if you've got to take this off, and if you look at the back there, you got to take the back rib off, which is here, to get the tyres off, and like you have a sponge insert. I've seen people take some of these out, but I recommend leaving them in. It makes the tyres far too soft. If you're going to convert it and use it just for rock crawling, then take them out. But if you're going to use it for bashing, I recommend you leave these in. But for what it is, it's absolute awesome piece of kit. It comes with a proper spare wheel. None of this fake miniature just looks good. It's an actual wheel to be able to replace it anytime you want. Let's turn it over. Underneath, we've got some metal parts. The suspension, the top half of the suspension is aluminium. We've got the wishbone, the hubs that hold them all together, they're aluminium, and we've got an aluminium plate on the bottom, plastic bottom. But the thing is with this, I really do love, is it's so it could take such a beating. If you look at the suspension, you can twist it sideways, turn it over, you can bend it. It's really it's strong but really soft, so it can absolutely take a hammering. There's a guy called Kevin Talbot, awesome dude, has an awesome channel. He got one of these, and he's a basher, and he beat the crap out of this thing, and it survived everything. He even dropped it off a second story on its side, on the front, on the back, and it just took it, because if you see the flex, there's just flex in it everywhere. It can really take a good hammering. Like I say, to turn it around, if you look just in here, you see the size of that motor. It is a 540, so it's a really big motor for the size of the vehicle. It's a 112 scale. It's got good suspension. The front suspension is a little bit softer than the back. The back is a lot more bouncy. But I've seen a lot of the parts you can get, set springs for this. You can get for about 10 quid. Not even that, some of them about 7 quid. I think it's like 13, I think I saw, for the actual oil-filled versions, which you're going to use it for bashing. You definitely want the oil-filled one, so you get that nice dampened feel when it hits the floor, then rather than it bounce. Like I said, I've seen people drive these around, and it has got a bit of a bounce on the back, which sometimes can cause it to flip over. But for what it is, it's absolutely great little bit of kit. Especially now, if you're a hobbyist, it's awesome because it's completely upgradable. All the parts, every part you see on this is completely upgradable to aluminium, including these plastic covers. You can get these in aluminium. The only thing I haven't seen in aluminium is this frame, but all suspension arms, bushes, gearing, track rod ends, I've seen them all brushed aluminium or anodized aluminium, different colours. But let's get the controller out of the box and we'll show you. There we go. Just popped the controller out. This is the controller itself. It feels fairly tuned, in between okay quality. It still feels a bit cheap, but with it being smaller, you can get your thumb on there so you can do steering one hand while you're doing some filming. It comes with, obviously, your on and off, and then at the front here we have trim. At the top we have steering trim, and underneath we have throttle trim. Now the good thing about the throttle trim is, say your 6-year-old or very young decide, they want to have a go, because dad's having a go, or their big brother's having a go, they like to have a go, or the sister wants to have a go. If you pull the throttle trim, which I'll show you in a minute, to right down, and when you pull the trigger, it's not going to go any faster than 2 miles an hour at the most, walking speed. And then turn it right up to get your full speed. But give me 1 second, let's put some batteries in this and we'll show you. So here we go, we're ready, put some batteries in it, we can switch it on. We are on as we're flashing. Let's plug this in, see if we can do this one-handed. Is it possible? So put these together. There we go, we're on, I did it. The switch is directly underneath, which side we're going to feel for now. Oh, there we go. We're on. Now, check that steering. That's got some nice quick steering, and it's got a pretty torquey motor there for that. I'll turn it over for to get it to, so we can get it to run. So you can go nice and slow for crawling, full speed. Like I say, steering is really fast. So what we'll do is, we will turn the throttle down to 0, and I'll show you what'll happen. Nope, we're getting nowhere. Let's turn it up just a tiny bit, and let's see what happens. Nearly. Bit more. There we go. That's probably under walking speed, and that's full. So you can adjust this for someone who, you don't decide, you don't want them to accidentally run it into something full speed. But, like I say, you can use it for a crawler as well. It comes with spotlights on the front, which is absolutely awesome, that work. Which is really, really cool. Like I say, nice soft suspension. And it's got some kick to it. These are proper rubber tyres, and when it goes with some decent speed, doing some decent jumps as well. But what we'll do is, I'll give you some stats quickly, and then what I'll do a part 2, and we'll take it out for a spin. So we are talking, it's a 5mm hex key. So you can replace the wheels with 112s. They'll fit straight on. Its wheelbase is 253mm, length is 160. Tyre size is 190mm, and width is not 190mm, I do apologise. It's 93mm tyre size, and it's 32mm wide. Ground clearance is 40mm. And charge time is around about 3 hours, and you get about 10 minutes out of this. So I suggest either, if it's the first time you're getting one, order yourself a spare battery, so you got them both charged up. But it is a great bit of kit, and if you're thinking of just buying one for your, like I say, for a hobbyist, you can modify the hell out of it. If you just want it for a bit of fun, or you want it for a younger sibling, brother or cousin, or nephew or anything like that, you can at least reassure with this thing, it will take one hell of a bashing before you're going to break it. But let me just get the manual out and just move the car itself. The manual and parts, you can get absolutely, eBay's full of the parts. It's quite an extensive manual you get with this one. All your normal instructions and safety and that, but then the whole car completely stripped, as you would do if you were assembling it, like with your sponge inside your tyres, your diffs. So you can completely strip it, put it all back together with confidence. It's a good manual, very detailed, very easy to use. And then when we get to the back, you get all your spares and part numbers for them all. And you can get all this off eBay anyway. eBay's absolutely full of them, not just eBay, Amazon, Banggood, absolutely full of these parts. And they're not very dear, they are really, really cheap. Like, let me just grab the car itself. Let me just turn it off. The car itself, like, you see these? These, you can pick these up for £2 each. But I suggest, if you're going to use it for a basher, leave these on. Don't replace any of these parts because, they, like I say, they all move, they're squishable, they're all nice and soft so they can take a beating. I've seen someone completely, theirs was just all aluminium, all the parts, but they didn't use it as a basher. They changed the shell and they put drift wheels on it and turned it into a drift machine. So it's not going to take that type of knock. So, it looks good and it will perform amazing. But with it being like this and you want it like it as a basher, it's more flexy and fun. But yeah, I hope this was detailed enough for you. If you need any questions, please leave it in the comments. Part 2, we'll get it out and get it running and see how it goes. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and bye. Don't forget to like.